Hello again. It's been a while again, but oh well. I've just been to Spotlight, so I thought I would record a little bit of a Spotlight haul. I've been making some more jewellery again recently. I have moved. I have a room to myself to do it in now, which is really, really nice. But I thought I'd show you what I got. I just went to pick up some stuff that I kind of needed. I keep all of my jewellery stuff in little organisers. These are beads and charms. I have another larger one here that are more beads mostly, a couple of different charms and stuff like that. And then lastly I have this little snap close one which I can tip up a lot further. All of these are like individual compartments, and this is where I keep all of my findings in. And I was running a little bit low after making some stuff the other day, so I thought, I love an excuse to go to Spotlight. So I did go to Spotlight, and I thought I'd show you what I got and have a little bit of a chit chat, because it's been a little while since I've done anything, and like spoken normally and just had a general chit chat too. You might be able to hear cars. Someone's decided it would be a great time to whip a snipper in the rain. Go figure. So if you do hear background noise, it's just the joys of life. My fellow Adelaideans going about their business after being in lockdown. Woo! Anyway, to start, I got this pack. I'm not actually sure how many are in here. I feel like it might be 4. The reason I have these is because I'm like, what way can I show you? In this kind of like wire house back here, that's where all of the earrings I've made are hung for the most part. And my mum is a yoga teacher, and she said she'd be happy to have some in her class, like put them up in her classes and see if people want to buy any. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to make a picture frame, which I have tons of, because every time I go to a charity shop I end up with X amount of picture frames and they're just randomly around. So I'm gonna use a piece of hessian as kind of like a backing that I can hook the earrings into. Apologies for the siren. Yeah, so I'm going to use this as a backing, and it's very easy to like hook earrings into this, and because of the kind of open weave of hessian, you're able to put them in at lots of different heights. I use this at my other work to display earrings sometimes, so I thought, it's what I know that it works. Looks cute as well, nice and earthy, and yeah, I'm gonna see how that goes. Hopefully it works. She specified that it has to be something that's easier to pack away, and I think this will be. I think it should work well, so I'll probably get round to doing that over the weekend at some point. Probably have to paint a frame, because most of the time they're kind of dingy old wood, or they're a little bit chipped if they're at the charity shops. But yes, first thing, this, got 4 sheets in here. Not sure what I'll do with the other 3, but I'm sure I'll figure something out, knowing me. This is the mask I wore. Good fun wearing masks everywhere at the moment. I actually kind of like it. It's just like another excuse for a different accessory to me. But I tried to pick one that went with what I was wearing. Now, as far as findings go, the first thing I got was some jewellery stringing. It's like a wire spool, and this is 24 gauge, and everywhere else I looked online wasn't doing it by gauge. Obviously gauge is a common thing in jewellery, but they were all by the mil, and I was like, oh, easy as, because I specifically wanted it, one, to be fine enough just to look fine with all of the other findings I already had, and 2, I have some really, really small seed beads that I struggle to fit on a lot of like eye pins and flatheads and stuff. So I wanted to make sure it was going to be fine enough that I would definitely be able to use those on it if I was to make my own stuff. I also, everyone, as soon as I started making jewellery, and I love this because I love anything that's like going to inspire you to make stuff, but they were tagging me in all of like the TikTok wire rings. I don't have TikTok myself, so when people send me things, it's very novel. And I thought, well, maybe I'll get it fine enough that I can try and do that. I don't have a ring sizer or anything, but I do have like a measurer, a gem measurer that does like diameter. So I'm sure I can find a chart about ring sizes if I did want to go into it. This is a little spool of 10 meters in just silver, 24 gauge. It's probably roughly half a mil, I'd say, maybe 0.4, which was what I was looking for. I did write down, I wrote a little list. I wrote down either 0.2 or 0.4, but when I saw the 0.2 one, which I think was 26 gauge, because I think they go higher and smaller. Might be, I can't remember. I'm standing there forever. But the one that was one finer than this one was way too thin. And I know it would be super flimsy. I wanted it to be pliable, but not hard to use. I'm sure I'll waste a bunch of this cocking stuff up, but oh well. Next in the bag, apart from the receipt, I can tell you prices of things if you're super curious. Where are we? The burlap or Hessian squares were, you get 6 pieces in there, and they were $11, which I don't think is too bad. I was just gonna get like a meter length, bearing in mind I was in Spotlight, which has tons of fabric, but I was checking on the website yesterday and they were out of the Hessian that I wanted to buy. They did have a really like kind of open weave one. It's got a specific name, but I can't remember it now, which would have been good. But I did think about the fact that if my mum wants to be able to cart it around easily, the hooks for earrings should get wedged a lot better in that, whereas they would just fall out of the open weave one. Now that wire was $6 for 10 meters, which doesn't feel too bad, bearing in mind Spotlight can be a little bit expensive when it comes to stuff. Next up, I just needed some more gold shepherd hooks. I don't know how well you can even see those. I'm in front of a window. I have got nets up, but it's still quite bright even though it's a rainy day. There you go, you can kind of see them. They're just plain gold shepherd's hooks. I've had these ones before, but I'm running out. I don't use gold a lot. I tend to use silver more. I have a lot more variation in findings in silver than I do in gold, but I'll show you them now. I was making some more pom-pom ones the other day, and I made some more kind of earthy tone ones, and I just looked at the colours and I thought, you know, you're gonna look a lot better with like gold hardware instead of silver. I did also do some silver ones in different colours, but I thought I'll restock that because if I find that I need them, I might as well. And I also have some charms in here that I got ages ago, which are like flowers set in resin, and the metalwork on those is gold. And I thought, well, if I want to have them not sitting in something like this and actually put them onto some earrings so they can be worn, I'm gonna need gold, which isn't something I have. So each bag of these comes with 10. I got 2, so I've got 10 pairs, and they are, if I can read, they're $4.50 each, which most of the Riptech stuff is. A little bit up there, But again, I do prefer seeing things in person when I buy them, because I've had a few mishaps when it comes to like buying things off of eBay. Which there are some gems, like I've got stuff here that I absolutely love that I've had from eBay, but a couple of flops that maybe I'll talk about in a second. But yes, those. I mainly needed gold stuff because that's what I was finding. That I was running out of gold things, or that I didn't have the same thing in gold as that I did in silver. And in these earrings here, the little pom-pom ones, the jump ring I used to actually attach the pom-pom is like quite a large one. It's probably like 0.7 across, and I did not have that in gold at all. So I've got 7mm jump rings in gold here. Frustratingly, even though they are the same brand, they're not the same gold. But I think they'll probably be far away enough from each other that it won't matter. I have smaller jump rings so that I can tell by the branding were Ribtex as well, and they're kind of in between, so I guess I've got an ombre of metals, shades of gold there. Very handy thing to have. Not quite as thick as my silver one, but I don't think it'll matter because they're the same diameter, so all good. They'll be very, very helpful. I think last jewellery related thing in here is these Crafter's Choice Jewellery Findings, and they're 50mm eye pins in gold. I have flathead pins here that were also from Spotlight, but they're very short. They're only 35mm, and some of the earrings I need a lot of space for, and I didn't have these in gold, which again meant that I couldn't mimic the silver ones in gold if I wanted to. Annoyingly, the last packet on the shelf, so there are quite a few bent ones in there, but that's okay. There's 90 of them in here, so 45 pairs. That'll be super easy to flatten out the ones that are bent anyway. They're really soft metal. So the jump rings were $4.50, and then the gold eye pins, these were $12, but you get shitloads in there, so that's not too bad. As far as my thing with eBay goes, when I first started to make jewellery, I kind of ordered my first batch of stuff off of Etsy, because one, I wanted to kind of support some smaller shops on there, and two, I knew that Etsy generally you're getting something really good quality, whether it be handmade or not, and I could get them quite local, so I could get them from like within the state or within Adelaide, which is what I wanted to do at first. I did have some charms, like some of these charms that I have here, I had back from when I was making bracelets, but and they were always good and from eBay. So I thought, well, after I'd started using the stuff that I got from Etsy and needed to get things in larger quantities, I thought, well, I'll try eBay, because there aren't many shops around here, literally apart from Spotlight, to get stuff in. And Spotlight's a little bit expensive unless you're getting stuff on sale. So I ordered a few things. A couple of them were great, right? So I got some shepherd's hooks here that are really great quality. I was really, really happy with them. And then there are other things here, like my triangle jump rings that are huge. It's very hard for me to show you. Maybe I'll try and insert like up close clips of what I've been trying to show you. But they're massive and they're thick. The wire's like a mil wide, whereas the ones that I use at work to make stuff, they may be the same as the wire I've got, so like a 0.4 or something. And I was really annoyed with that. I can still use them, ish, not for everything that I wanted to, but at least now I've got that wire, I'll be able to hand make them if I need them finer for anything. These earrings here actually use one of the triangle ones, you can just see it on the underneath, but because they're a pom-pom and the charm on it is dangling, you can't really notice, so I don't mind them for that. But if they were going to be really obvious, they wouldn't look quite as good. Another thing that I was kind of frustrated with that I bought on eBay were, I always forget the name of these. They're like the screw-in eye pins for doing like charm earrings. Tiny little thing. I'm probably not going to be able to show you at all. But I ordered these and I was looking around because they were all, you can't see that at all, they were all kind of looking a bit crap, or they were way too big. Or the screw was, like the screw end was way too big. And I found these ones, so I was like, okay, they look great. So I ordered them, and I've probably got like 100 or something there, or 110 or something. And they came, and they look great. They're a really lovely, like bright silver. I was like, even if they're plated, no worries, they're not part that touches your ear. And I made a couple of clay charms, inserted them in, made sure there was some jewellery glue on there just to hold it in place, and then left them for a while and wasn't painting them. And then when I went back to paint the pair, they'd tarnished and gone like dark silver already. I was like, no. On the pair I made, it didn't particularly, like, it didn't really matter as much, but so frustrating. It's so hit or miss, eBay. I feel like you're a lot better off contacting maybe like an Etsy seller and seeing if they can do a bulk deal, or just getting them from somewhere like reputable. But apart from that, a lot of the seed beads I got were off of eBay. Was really happy with those. They were from Australian sellers. I got some really cute Monstera leaf charms in this one, and I was really happy with those. They're very bright silver and they haven't tarnished as far as I've known. But you just got to be a little bit wary. It's so hit or miss. I much prefer buying things in person, but you don't have that joy. I mean, there's a very kind of limited array of things that you can get from like Spotlight, say, and most of the other jewellery supplier kind of shops in Adelaide, as far as I know, are up north, which isn't worth the journey personally for me, and it's not somewhere I'd be going for anything else. But you live and you learn. It's nice to have things that all look similar, at least. So at least buying it from a shop that you know, and that they're always going to supply the same thing, and that the brands that you're buying from are well known. You know that you're going to get some consistency. The last thing I bought was not jewellery related at all, but I always really love Spotlight's candles. They're always good candles, and they do Yankee candles if you like those ones as well. And this is just the Sensia one, which I feel it might be one of their own brands, potentially. I'm not sure. But these ones are really nice. I had a Sensia one years and years ago, and I really liked it. I think it was like it had rhubarb in it or something, and I love rhubarb, and it's a scent that you don't get like anywhere really, at least not here. This one is white peach tea. It's so nice, and obviously I was smelling them through my mask, so I was like, but I love peach, and this just feels very like springtime. It kind of reminds me of a Lush scent, but I can't think what. Maybe a little bit like Snow Fairy. But I got this one, and I got it in, it's not really picking it up on here. It's kind of a lot more of a darker kind of dusty rose colour. But I got that one. There was another one there that smelled really nice. It was something in raspberry, and that smelled really good as well. I was very close to getting that one instead of this one, but I thought, I'll just get one. I do have enough candles, but I thought I'll get this one. It'll go with the stuff in the bedroom here, and it'll smell lovely as well. I think it will smell just like nice and subtle and sweet in there. But yeah, that's everything I got from Spotlight today. Looking forward to making some more things. I'll try and insert the close-ups of stuff because I know that this camera is fine at like distance, but for me to be able to put something up to show you, it's not going to see it at all. So I'll try and remember to insert some things. Hopefully I'll make some more videos soon. Moving's been hectic. We moved, there was a weekend, then we were in lockdown, but we're here now, we're on the other side of it, mostly unpacked. I'm not gonna there's boxes in that corner and boxes under my second desk here, but no one needs to know. But yeah, hopefully I'll upload some more stuff soon, if I can speak. And hopefully it won't take me an age to edit this either. I'll try and do another probably desk diaries at some point. And probably some more ASMR stuff. Most of them will be recorded in here because I can kind of permanently have my laptop and mic and stuff set up. But yeah, hopefully you're inspired to go to your Spotlight. My Spotlight is very close to a Savers, and I managed to have enough self-control not to go to Savers. I think the rain helped that. But I hope you have a lovely day. Hope you do something fun or something relaxing, and stay safe. And I'll see you soon.